Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, this article was published November 6th, so what was that, maybe 5 days ago. And it says, computer chips in our bodies could be the future of medicine. These patients are already there. So this video from this article is about 4.5 minutes long. We're only going to watch 2 minutes in before they get too nerdy and breaking down how the chip works. But basically, this company that we're going to hear about is doing their best to cure blindness, to cure what is it called, AMD. And that's just one thing that's being worked on right now. But Esau Edom is going to push this RFID microchip technology, BCI technology, as if it's something good for you, as if it's something that's supposed to enhance who you are and benefit society, benefit humanity, so on and so forth. But remember, the reason why I'm bringing this out in the spirit is because all of that is nothing more than deception. It's deception, because what he can really do is, in his eyes, it's making him God. It's making him to have the power of the Most High. He'll know everything. He'll know how much money is in your bank account. He'll know where you work. He'll know where you're going and how long you stay there. He'll know what you're buying from the grocery store. He'll be able to just pull taxes right out of your chip. He'll be able to, what else? I already said know where you're going. But yeah, they can track you. It's all about power. It's all about control. Oh yeah, what else? Your medical records, your identification, your SSN, all that information is going to be on the chip, which gives Esau lots of control, lots of power. That's what he wants. But at the surface level, it's, look, this is going to cure the blind. This is going to allow people to walk again. They can move mouses with their minds. Look how great this is, right? That's the deception that's pushed out on the people. And a lot of people will fall for it, especially in the times of Jacob's trouble and famine and so on and so forth. So that's why we make these videos, to let you know exactly what's going on, writing it plain upon table so that you're not deceived and you know to resist this temptation through prayer, of course, when it comes, because it will come as a test to try the entire world. So anyway, long introduction, Salakia. Let's watch this video 2 minutes in, and then we'll grab some precepts.
Max Hodak is part of a new generation of scientists and engineers who are developing technology to put computers inside human brains and bodies. It sounds like the stuff of science fiction. And Hodak actually does reference James Cameron's Avatar movies a lot.
I'd like to talk to you about a fresh start on a new world.
In those films, humans use a brain-computer interface, or BCI, to control the physical bodies of an avatar on an alien planet. But BCI is increasingly the stuff of real life, too.
I've spent most of my life trying to answer the question, what are the ultimate brain-computer interface technologies that will get us to some of these science fiction promised lands?
I visited Hodak at his San Francisco-based company, Science Corporation, where he showed me the technology behind an experimental procedure called PRIMA, which uses a tiny computer chip to cure blindness.
So this is chip design, and we're walking over to where the electrical engineers are. Actually, we can go over here. PRIMA is a tiny chip implanted in the back of the eye. So in the retina, there's really 3 layers of cells. There's the rods and cones, the light-sensitive cells that turn incoming light into ion flows. Those connect to about 100 million bipolar cells. So they connect the rods and cones to the optic nerve. And that compresses down to about 1.5 million optic nerve cells.
Science Corporation is working to cure diseases like age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, which affects nearly 200 million people around the world.
And so in diseases where the patient's rods and cones have atrophied or died, Prima is a chip that's implanted at the layer where the rods and cones were, and it's covered in all these little hex grids that convert incoming light into energy to create an electric field. So it replaces the dead biological photoreceptors with this electronic device.
Hodak showed me how Prima's implanted chip works in conjunction with a pair of glasses.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna pause it right there. Like I said, now they're just going to get into showing how the chip works with glasses in order to quote unquote cure blindness, or I guess AMD more specifically. But as you can see, they're throwing this technology out there in your face and getting you accustomed to just hearing that word chip, BCI, RFID, and then of course, you already have the technology out there, the chips, the specific ones that allow you to buy. You can go to the grocery store, Whole Foods around here in the DMV area, and you can just use the chip and scan it, and you can walk out the store just like that, paid for your groceries. But all of this is deception. We're going to grab some scriptures right now. Throw that away. And the first one I want to grab is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And of course, advantage referring to unless Satan should get over on us, right? But no, that's not going to happen because we're not ignorant, meaning we're knowledgeable of his schemes, of his plans. And Satan is referring to Esau, Edom right here. They come to do the bidding of Satan, a particular people on earth, calling themselves white, European, Caucasian, everything else except their true nationality, which is Edom. They come from a man named Esau, whose name was changed to Edom, and now they are the descendants, the Edomites. That's who runs the world right now. And that's who's trying to put a chip into everybody in order to keep his kingdom running, in order to keep control of his world. But the Lord gave us the insights. We know exactly what he's planning, and we know how he, through, through gradualism, is planning on introducing this technology to the world. And just like how he said it, the dude was like, yeah, I often think about James Cameron's Avatar, because they use BCIs in order to control those blue avatars. He's like, man, what can we do? How can we get closer to that? So apostles and elders bring out videos for a reason. I mean, movies, examples from movies for a reason, because Esau, Edom will push certain things out there that he wants, and somebody's working on it. It's true, even though it might sound crazy. But of course, all of this is leading up until this, Revelation 13. Let me start at verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, of course, as you already should know by now, that's the microchip, the RFID chip, which is primarily being implanted in the heads, obviously, and the hand, so that you can buy and sell. And this is exactly what Esau is striving to get up to. And more than likely, we'll see how it plays out, however the Lord wants it to. But more than likely, this is going to fully be introduced and mandated when Jacob's trouble is really manifested, and we're just in that time of disaster and all-out anarchy and rioting, and it's probably going to be presented as the solution, or more than likely at that time, it'll be presented as the solution. Look, come take this chip, you'll be able to eat again, you'll be able to buy again, we'll even give you a few couple $1,000s on there. And people are going to take it. But remember, this is a test. And I'm going to end off with this precept here. 2 and 10, I believe. 3 and 10. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them, or in the NLT it says to test them that dwell upon the earth. So remember, this is a test, and our job is to build up our faith right now so that the Lord keeps us and protects us from giving in during that time. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Call Loyam Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Shalom.